Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Madness TV with Gator and Hawk. I am here, the Bull, to start us off tonight. I want to get us in and get us started here. Everybody, welcome to the show. Your main man, Hawk. Hawk, how we doing today, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, my friend. How are you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. And of course, our second main man, or you could say I'm the third main man. Hey, but anyway, Gator, welcome to the show, brother.
What's happening, Bull? What's going on, Hawk?
How you doing, my
Well,
friend?
oh man, I am living the dream.
It's good that one of us are.
Hey man,
Take my cap for
I
that one.
I just slammed about 14 beers at the frat party. I'm ready for college football, but I'm not going to get into that right yet.
Yeah, I
Main
mean,
thing I want.
let me ask you something, my friend. How's Jody doing?
Water.
How's what?
How's Jody doing since you're giving off them Belichick vibes?
Oh man, hey, 24 years old to this 70-year-old codger. I'm not complaining.
I'm a little
I'm
jealous. I
not.
can't.
Well, maybe if you got 6 rings you can put on your fingers and you got a lot of money,
No, I want six
anything.
rings to put on my.
Hey, can't help it. Women love an older man.
Well, guys, what are we getting into today, though? What do we got here for us today?
Well, it's a little weird since I am host and had to be brought in, but what is going on with Little League, Gator?
Well, I don't know if y'all saw it earlier today, but Australia broke their 14-game losing streak to games in the Little League World Series with their first win on an amazing double play that you only can see to believe. Bases loaded. Croatia hit a liner out into center field with the center fielder making a spectacular catch for it, throwing in. Croatia tried to get the tag up and they threw the ball to the third baseman, got him in a rundown. The player dove trying to get to third, and as he dove, Australia dove, tagged him before he could touch the base. It was an amazing, unbelievable double play to seal the victory for Australia in their first win in the Little League World Series. Secondly, we've got UFC fight was tonight. Kazmat defeated Chimez in a unanimous decision. That's all I've got so far. I got to go back and dig up on that. And, since the NFL special, if you remember, one of our very own Hawk decided he was going to pick the Cowgirls to win the NFC East.
Oh my God, it
And
was a
now
joke.
and now they fear that Jonathan Mingo has tore his PCL in the preseason game today. So just to add more woes to Cowgirls'
Jonathan, who?
problems.
You act like I care about the Cowgirls, all right? And dual cam is weird. I do have to say
You
that.
hey, from here on out, anything that happens with the Cowgirls, you picked them to win the NFC East. So,
You dug
You
your
we're
know
own
what?
grave.
You know what? I don't have coverage of NFC East. I think that is whose jurisdiction, Gator? So you tell me.
hey,
I ain't looking.
hey,
You better tell me.
you picked them, so I'm going to make sure that we bust your balls every time something happens with them.
Well, guess what? If they win, you better start tickling them instead. Then.
Oh,
If
nah.
if the Cowboys win the division, we're gonna eat so much shit.
Oh, you guys are. You guys are. And you know what? I'm going to be outside banging my head against the brick wall because how the hell did they do it?
I don't think they will, so I don't think we have anything to
I
worry
don't
about.
either,
But
man. Like I already have the face makeup ordered. I
Yeah,
know I'm
I
gonna,
mean,
I know I'm
real
gonna lose.
confident, real confident. Well,
but
let's
that,
talk about
It's the
some more.
Cowboys, dude. I mean, literally.
Well, I got
they're
something to talk about. I got
gonna have
something
a
on my
great. They're
mind.
gonna have a great first 5 games, and then they're gonna disappear. like they do every year. I mean, okay, maybe first great 9 games if they're lucky, but like the Cowboys cannot finish out a season because I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if, but we're not getting into football this episode. We got a lot more to talk about this episode rather than football. I'm just gonna have to eat shit for the rest of my life because I picked the Dallas Cowgirls the very first year of this podcast on YouTube's. So I already ordered my face paint. I have no confidence in the Cowgirls, everybody. I
I
said it
gotta
as a
add it,
joke. Uh-huh.
and it's actually got a cowgirl on it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've got something on my mind that I want to talk about. If we can stop talking about the Cowgirls now and talk about real sports, we can
Well,
talk about a real
I'm
team.
still waiting for Gator to talk about Little League.
I've
Well,
already talked about the
he
little
just
league.
talked about Little League.
That's
So,
pretty. The most exciting thing that happened in the little league today was elimination game day. Monday starts double elimination with Irmo playing China, Taipei, Japan, South Dakota. I mean, nothing really big. It was just elimination day.
Oh, all right. Well, then I apologize. Bull, proceed.
can I talk now? Is that okay with you, Hawk? Thanks. All right. I wanted to talk about the New York Yankees, man. I wanted to talk about how they're gonna pull their head out of their own ass. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't know where to start, but I can tell you one thing: it's getting old and it's getting tiresome watching game after game, scoring 8 to 10 runs a game. Hitting's fine. We're hitting the ball like any other team in the league. Fine, great, love it. We're hitting dingers. You know, we got Judge doing very well. He's in the MVP race. 39 home runs, I believe. He hit one tonight. 333 batting average. He's looking fine. But the problem isn't hitting. The problem is we can't get our guys in the bullpen to help us out. And we've had so many injuries in the starting rotation that we can't figure out who to play and who not to play. And let me tell you, Aaron Boone, if he can't pick a pitcher out of the bullpen to come save our life. Aaron Boone picks the wrong guy, or he always screws up at pulling the guy at the wrong time. He's the worst bullpen manager in baseball. I watch it every time I watch the Yankees. It's ridiculous. Now,
Well,
I can get more and more steamed up, but I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think, Gator? What do you think, Hawk?
well, here's the first thing. Before the All Star break at the start of June, we were first place in the division. I mean, it was a clear sailing path. We were going to win the division. It was a lock. After June 13th, we only won like 25% of our games, if I'm not mistaken. We fell from first to third in the division with the Dead Sox taking the first wild card spot. And we're 6 games back on the Toronto Blue Jays. We're like a game and a half, 2 games back out of the wild card.
We're in
I
third
mean, I
place in the division now.
Yeah, we went from first to third, and now we're in like the second spot for the wild card, unless that has changed. We lost games to teams that we really shouldn't have lost to. The Marlins was one of those games. We lost two.
Unbelievable.
We lost 2 to the Rangers. We lost 2 to the Astros at home. I mean, I know start of the season, Tommy John surgery for our ace Garrett Cole, that hurt us. Stanton not playing most of the season, and then he comes in here at the end, which kind of disrupts the rhythm. The only players that have really been producing are Judge, Max Fried pitching, Cody Bellinger. Um, Goldie's doing pretty good. Volpe's had a crappy season. I mean, even at the
Volpe's
trade.
hit or miss. Either he's doing great or he sucks.
Well, the thing was, Volpe was on the chopping block if they were going to get rid of him at the trade deadline, but nobody seemed interested in getting him. I
Well,
mean,
I
I,
I mean that should let you know something right there if nobody's interested.
well, I mean, he's hit and miss. I mean, look at Jazz Chisholm in the home run derby. He only hit 3 home runs,
Yeah, but
and
he's
he
coming off an
Eh,
injury. He's coming off an injury. That was a
I,
tough ask. He was
you,
probably shouldn't have even been there.
you gotta
yeah,
admit,
but I mean, the
you
only
gotta admit
thing about
Gator is
him
kind
was
of right on that. He is kind of right on that.
But
But
here's the thing: he just 13th home run. Judge turned it down just to play in the All-Star game. I mean, let's be honest here. We are not talking about a team that had Andy Pettitte, Derek Jeter, Roger Clemens, David Wells, Paul O'Neill. I mean, Steinbrenner's dead. So the way that George put up with everything is it's gone out the window. Hal should know how his daddy wanted that team run, being there for so long. Cashman knows what the standard is. The last time we actually had a decent freaking team was last year, and it's like we just got blanked by the Dodgers. We
yeah,
They
should have
just
been.
were a steamroller, though, man. They're pitching.
Well, I mean,
That was a World Series pitching rotation, and that's what I say. The Yankees don't have that. We have two great pitchers, maybe three. We don't have a full rotation, and our bullpen isn't helping us out with the trades at the deadline. We thought, Derek Jeter especially was the first one on TV saying, "I think they're going to make a big move at the deadline." The Yankees, watch the Yankees. The Yankees are going to be there. Well, what did we do? We got 2 or 3 relievers here, and they have come in and shit the bed. Neither one of them have been effective. Neither one of them.
can
Absolutely
I
ridiculous.
finish? Is that okay that I finish? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I took your line there. Yeah, I did that. This guy.
like
Anyway, what I was
I said,
saying is
I'm letting you guys talk about the Yankees. I'm not interfering at all.
that's because you're a Tigers fan. And what have y'all had to talk about in the past couple of years? Not a daggone thing.
I have stories. Go
We
ahead.
didn't make
Go
we
ahead.
didn't make moves. And I mean, Jeter was on TV at the All-Star game saying it was going to be the Cubs and the Yankees for the World Series. Well, we see how that's turned out. Here's my take on it. More people watch the Yankees play baseball not because of who they are, but they want to watch Aaron Boone get ejected. Aaron Boone's had, correct me if I'm wrong, the year 2020 when
He
COVID
does
hit
get
and they
tossed
shortened
a lot.
the season, we had the best record in freaking baseball that year. And we couldn't even get out of the ALDS playoff to go to the championship. Now, that's when the Astros were doing their sign stealing and
Trash
all
can
that.
beating. Yeah.
Uh,
You know,
hold
everybody
on,
knows
hold on, hold on,
2017.
hold on. Let me just say, right quick. Boone was ejected 6 times last season. His last season ejection was by Mandy Gomez on July 23rd against in Toronto during the 7th inning for arguing a third strike on Anthony Velupi? Just like,
Volpe.
Volpe.
yeah.
Let me
The
But
ask you
thing
something.
is,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. What you got?
I was just going to say, well, let me ask you something else. Joe Torre won four World Series titles and got forced out after 7 non-title years. Aaron Boone's on his 8th with 0 titles. I don't get the loyalty the Yankees have to this guy. Why? What has he done? Whose ass has he kissed? What does he know about the Steinbrenner family? What does he know about Brian Cashman? He must have something on him because, my God, this guy, he doesn't deserve this job. He didn't even have Little League Baseball experience before he managed the Yankees. You got a guy with 0 experience. All he's ever done has been a mediocre second baseman, and he hit a home run that was a one-time deal for the Yankees that everybody loves him for. Great. But he didn't deserve to be the manager. Joe Girardi was already in position, and he would have been just as good. We would have already won a title with him. I don't trust Aaron Boone, and I never have. Until we get a manager, I repeat, we will not win a World Series in the Bronx until we get a new manager.
Well, you just answered your own question right there. What's the loyalty to Aaron Boone? Bottom of the 12th inning, he rocks one out of
As a
old
player,
Yankee as a player against the Red Sox to send the
if we're
Yankees to
talking
the World
players, let's
Series.
get Jorge Posada or Derek Jeter in there. Shit, they got more accomplishments. Let's get a player. Let's go get a real player.
Yeah, but Jeter doesn't want that. You saw what he did when he went to Miami. He got out of that crap in a heartbeat because he got tired of being the GM.
He wanted it, but then
Posada,
I think he realized it wasn't what he wanted after all. I think he started having a family also and realized that was more important to him than business. And I think his priorities shifted. Jeet's
Well,
a
I mean,
real loyal. Jeet's a real humble, down to earth, loyal guy. You get what you get with Jeter. You know what Jeter is. He doesn't hide from anybody.
Yeah, well, see, here's my thing though. They've asked Jeter, what are the odds of you coming back to take over the Yankees? And he plain out said he doesn't want that because he knows what it takes.
He wouldn't even go to old
I mean,
timers game.
I'm
yeah,
not
he
sure much about Yankees, but I know if you're the face of the Yankees, that takes a hell of a lot out of you. I mean,
well,
Aaron
it's
Judge
not
has done
even
a
that.
great job filling that role.
Judge has been doing a great job, but he's been doing it for how many years, man? I mean, it's
No,
not
he just
everybody's a
got
Tom Brady.
no. Judge was a free agent last year, and that the Padres really wanted him. And the whole question about Aaron Judge was, what's it going to take to keep him in the Bronx? The
Yeah,
Yankees called Derek Jeter and said, hey, what are your thoughts about making Aaron Judge the next captain of the New York Yankees? And Jeter's like, hey, he's a great player. He's for the Yankees. He's about it. Here's where my problem lies. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Bull. When Jeter got named captain of the Yankees, he'd already won 3 World Series, 96, 98, 99. He became the captain in what, 2000?
I believe so.
Yeah, right there. So you think about it. You had all these greats, Paul O'Neill, you, Pettit, Posada, Mariana came in together, got sent down to the 3A league because you weren't producing. And then at the 96 season, you come back to be the starting shortstop. Posada was the catcher. Pettit was in the rotation. Mariano was the closer. I mean, you knew what it takes to be a Yankees baseball player. You knew what the start was. You knew what the standard was. We've gotten away from the standard of what it was to be Yankees baseball. I mean, we lost 13 games from
But
freaking
a lot of that died again. You said it with Steinbrenner.
with
A lot of that
Steinbrenner.
tradition, a piece of it died with him.
Well, here's my thing. If Steinbrenner would have been alive, freaking John Carlos Stanton would not be sitting a freaking bench to be injured getting paid all that money.
But Stanton, produces. Hey, I guarantee you, Steinbrenner would not have a problem if he produced in October and September. If he's
Yeah,
producing, let's look. Last year, he did. He was carrying
yeah.
our ass
I mean,
in the
he's
postseason.
producing. But where's this production all season long? What's the point of bringing this guy in at the end of the season to just produce to go to the? I mean, that's like getting Reggie Jackson and letting Reggie Jackson play on a team all
But it's
season
what you're
long.
going to get with him at this age. It's what you got. It's not him in his prime anymore. You're getting him coming out of his prime at this point. His prime probably was in Miami when he had that home run derby. He was really in his prime then. Yeah,
But
that
here's
was
the
his
thing,
prime.
though.
We're getting him post prime, just like A-Rod. A-Rod's prime was in Texas. A-Rod's prime, we were getting him post prime. We were trying to
But
produce
still,
what he'd already
but he
done.
can still produce. He still produced at third. He still produced batting. He still produced on all aspects of the field. It was not just come to the plate,
Stanton
swing.
does too. Stanton's just hurt half the time because he's got nagging injuries and he's injury prone for some reason. I can't figure, but it's just a sign of his age. That's what
Yeah,
we're going
but
to
think
get.
about it though.
We know that.
Your Steinbrenner would not put up with that no matter how much he produced. We're paying you to sit the bench. So if this is the case, you just need to be our DH. You don't even need to play ball. We're just gonna let you be the DH.
Well,
And
he's back
Steinbrenner,
now. He's back now.
yeah, but I'm saying if you're gonna be injury prone, I'd rather you just freaking get up there, stand in the box, hit the ball. I'll sub in a runner for you. You go back to the bench because that's all you need to do anyway.
He's a
Think
great
about it.
fielder. He's a great outfielder. But the problem is we
But
got too many outfielders.
if he stays hurt, there's no point in having him being in the field. So just let him be the DH, pay him to hit, and then that's all he's got to do. He ain't got to worry about getting injured. He ain't got to worry about being hurt. You can pinch run for him
They
every
pay him
game.
money. They gonna want him to play more than that.
Well, I understand that fact, but let's cut the brass tacks on it where it's at and leave it where it is. But it's not just Aaron Boone that I think is the problem. I think we need to get, like you said, a rotation. We need some better closers. We need to get we need to lock up our infield a lot better than what we've got.
Well, yeah,
I
you
mean,
look at our infield now. You look at our infield now, and look at our infield in 2009. Look at 2009's infield. You had all Gold Glovers. You had A. Rod, Jeter, Robinson Cano, Mark Teixeira, Jorge Posada. Then you got dang 5 starting pitchers that can all throw lights out. You got freaking Brett Gardner playing center field. You got um,
Johnny Damon,
All right.
Johnny Damon.
a
Speaking of
deck
Johnny
box
Damon,
too.
Speaking of Johnny Damon, he showed up to Old Timers Day drunk as a skunk, made a fool out of himself the other night. He got on the microphone and was saying he couldn't
All right.
believe Joe Girardi didn't have a job. And Joe Girardi laughed and said, "Well, I do have a job. I'm a commentator, Johnny." So Johnny's
Yeah,
drunk, you know.
All right. Hey,
So, but
hey,
anyway,
hey, shut up. All right. We are 22 minutes in, and 100% about this has been about Yankees talk. So we
you,
still have a
well,
little
that's
bit of
what
college.
we're going to talk about. You
I'll
want us to
talk
wrap it up?
a little bit about Yankees, man. So what I'm gonna do
talk
is
feels left out, everyone. So here we go. We're gonna change. What do we got else today?
well, no. What I have is I have 3 coins right here. Whose heads and whose tails?
What are you doing? Just what are you doing?
I'm making a game out of it. Whose heads, whose tails?
Tails never fails.
All right, so your head. So your tails. Get your heads. I'm gonna flip 3 coins, and the best out of 3 odds gets 5 minutes to talk about the Yankees. The loser gets second to talk about five
I'm
more minutes.
totally fine not talking about the Yankees anymore. It's fine. I've dropped it. I said all
All
I've
right, are
said
you
pretty
guys
much.
done? Or
I'm done.
did I break
The
open
take
my
was over. We were
no.
talking about the 2009 team at this point. There, we were talking old Yankees. We've run
Yeah.
out of new Yankees. We were saying what we said about Aaron Boone. We've said what we've said about this year being up and down season. We got to do a lot more to get back to the World Series. That's pretty much the Yankees in a nutshell. All right, what else we got?
Well, I would thought like maybe we'd like to kick it over to college, maybe a little bit.
What do we for college then?
Well, if you'd like me to start, um, in recent news, unfortunately for my Michigan Wolverines, it's not looking too good for us. Um, there has been a lot of talks and a lot of money going around about the whole sign stealing thing, whether we did it, whether we didn't. And nothing has been proven yet. But the University of Michigan's already been slapped with a major fine. They they're trying to appeal it, especially Boone, the coach. Jim Harbaugh has been officially banned from the NCAA for the next 10 years. If this
Not like
goes,
he's going back.
not like he's ever going to go back, but I mean, hell, he did coach a little bit in the NFL and then go coach his college, and now he's back in the NFL. So, I mean, yeah, college is a nice safety net. Look at what Bill Belichick did. Nobody hired him on the NFL level, so you got a nice safety net college level. But this
Look at
is,
Pete Carroll.
I
Look at
mean,
Pete Carroll.
I mean,
Look at when you make
yeah,
that move.
you can look at others, but yeah, but I mean, not everybody gets so lucky. I mean, Saban never got called up. Well, let me correct. He
He
probably
did.
did, but refused. Uh,
Saban did get called up. He played for. He coached the Dolphins.
And he
way
found
back,
out that
way
his
back when.
love was college football
But,
because he couldn't mold the players in Miami like he could college players.
but Michigan U of M is being fined a substantial amount of money. A substantial amount of money. And honestly, um, there was a rule change that may affect Coach Moore, who has been coaching us all last year. He might
Yeah, he's moved to Oklahoma now.
he is set for a suspension because he wasn't part of that team that was accused of the whole sign stealing stuff. But like I said previously on this podcast, I mean, is it really stealing signs if your school hasn't changed a fucking play in the playbook for 20 years? I mean, because I know Ohio State is the one that brought this on. I know it is because Ohio State was bitching all about it for the last 2 years. Oh, that was our natty. That was our natty. No, it wasn't. Change your damn playbook. And now the whole NCAA is going to crash down on my Michigan Wolverines that should have been squashed
Well, this
2 years
is
ago.
the first time Michigan's been in trouble.
Yeah, it really is.
This
And
isn't the first. Oh, it's not. They were in trouble back when they had the Fab Five.
oh yeah, you're
They
right.
got in trouble back. This is
They
not the
did.
first time Michigan's been a part of a freaking scandal. I mean,
They got the banners
I,
taken down.
I can't. I wasn't there. I can't say that they stole signs, but it goes back to when the Patriots were winning all them Super Bowls and saying that Belichick was sending scouts to training camps to
They
find out
definitely.
what.
They got a documentary about it on Netflix. Watch it.
Yeah, he kind of did that shit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
definitely
mean,
did it.
yeah, but see, here's the deal, though. There's nothing against sending somebody to watch your opponent. I mean, you send scouts
Right,
to watch kids
right.
play all the time. But the thing is,
Well,
I see the lawsuit here. They're like, okay, well, if Michigan can do this and get away with it, then why you gonna play? I mean, it's the whole thing of when before NIL came in, Reggie
well,
Bush had
dude,
to give up his Heisman because they illegally recruited him. I
Ohio,
still say to this day,
That was bullshit.
Pete, I'd
Ohio
say Pete
State,
Carroll left you.
and I know Ohio State is the main culprits that are coming after this and doing this whole bringing charges to us. But like literally, if you look at Ohio State and the way they play, because I keep in touch with them, just because I want to know how they do against my Wolverines every year. And I'm sorry, yeah, I'm a little bit of a fan of the Buckeyes because I mean honestly they are dominant in the Big Ten, and I'm a fan of them to try to crush the SEC every year if they get it. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah, I mean my fandom does go to the Michigan Wolverines because I mean the scar in my head. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. But the Buckeyes are a contender every year. Now every year I'm a little bit happier when the Wolverines beat that ass. But Big Ten against y'all. Ohio State, I guarantee, is the one that's bringing this to the NCAA's attention. Just because
All right, let me.
it's been over 2,000 days since they beat us. And what do you expect
All
when
right,
you don't change your playbook for 20 years? Do you think somebody's going to eventually learn that? I mean, why do you think Peyton Manning's forehead got so big? People had to adjust, and Ohio State never did. They have the same defensive package for 20 years, the same
all
plays.
right. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Would you be saying the same thing if it was the other way around?
No.
Exactly. What if
It,
it was
I
Ohio
mean,
State that was accused
That's
of
what I'm
stealing
like,
saying.
signs?
like I just said, I like Ohio State because I want them to beat SEC. I want one of us to beat SEC every year. So I mean, come on, I want Big Ten pride back. But you guys mop the floor with us every year, so I became kind of a Buckeyes fan back in I want to say 2018. After
But
the fall of the Big Ten when Michigan lost to Appalachian way back when, and I said it like
2000,
North Carolina, Appalachian.
they lost to App State in '07
Yeah, I
in
know.
Ann Arbor.
Oh yeah, I know. And that was the downfall of the
But
Big Ten. I didn't realize it until 2016. My
question,
bad.
if Ohio State had beat Michigan, would you
You
be
said
complaining? if
That
Michigan said Ohio State was stealing signs, all the Ohio State fans would be raising Cain right now. Oh, we didn't steal signs. We didn't this. We didn't that. We've had Michigan's number for the
well,
past couple of years, and then
all
now
I'm
they
saying,
started beating.
all I'm saying is if Ohio State would have won, none of these allegations towards Michigan would have happened. That's
But
all
the
I'm saying.
same thing could be said. Ohio, but then Michigan could have said they stole their playbook. I mean, it happens in high school football every single year.
I
When
know.
Scotland lost,
That's why I almost had
when
to beat
Scott
Max's ass when he
Jack
figured out
Britt,
my play style back in high school.
yeah, but see, when Scotland lost to Jack Britt, everybody swore up down because Coach Bailey came from Jack Britt. He gave Jack Britt Scotland's playbook so that they could win because that's where he came from. I mean, it's always going to be that way. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, well, here's the deal. South Carolina beat Clemson because they know what Clemson's going to do. They know Clemson's game plan."
Damn,
No,
what did Adam Sandler's Waterboy teach you, man? You don't need a playbook to be a good coach. You can think of your own plays right there on the fly, man. You're the coach. Think of something. Bobby
yeah,
Boucher.
but
That's
I,
to
I
the Bulls friend Steven, since he commented something Waterboy related I saw on a video. So that comments for Steven. Thank you, Steven, for commenting. I appreciate that. Hope you're subscribed, my man. I'll let Bull thank you later on. But go ahead, Gator.
my whole thing is you want to try sour milk because somebody calls you out for doing something, and then all of a sudden your coach bolts to go to the NFL. It's kind of like Pete Carroll with USC. I mean, he left with the whole Reggie Bush thing instead of taking the blunt of it and saying, "Yeah, this is what happened." Oh, I'm going to
Well,
Seattle.
dude,
Touch me if
What,
I go
what would you
to
do? What would you do? You're
yeah,
not
like
going to take that job.
Gator, we talked about this last year a lot, man.
You're
Wouldn't you
not
do
going to
the
take that
same
job.
thing?
You're
Like,
going to
All
take
wouldn't
right,
that
you
here's
job.
my
get a job before you're fired from one? Like,
hold on. Here's my thing. I'm going to go back to 2008, and Kelvin Sampson was the head coach at Indiana University. I don't know if you know anything about Kelvin Sampson, but he's from Pembroke. He started his coaching career at UNCP, and then he moved up. He
Pembroke,
illegally
North Carolina?
recruited, yeah, he
Oh, shit, I
illegally
did not know that.
recruited
Wow. Okay.
players. He came out when the allegations came and he said, "Yes, I did this. I admit that I done it." And then he got fired. But he stood there, took the blame, took what it was. And, you know, like I told everybody when Houston played at the national championship this year, I said, Kelvin Sampson will not win the national championship because the ghosts of Indiana are going to come back to, you've got to pay the piper. And that was what happened. The way they beat Duke is the same way Florida beat them. And he had to atone for what happened in 2008. He cost Indiana a lot of recruits. He cost Indiana 5 years worth of going to the Big Ten championship, going to the NCAA tournament. They had to pay a hefty fine. If you do wrong, fess up, say you did it, and move on. If they fire you, you know it's going to look at Rick Pitino. Kentucky got rid of him. He did dirt in Louisville. They found out Louisville got rid of him. He's at St. John's now. I mean, if you do wrong, you get caught, pay the price, say you did it. Don't run because sooner or later it's going to catch up with you.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I'm,
mean,
I mean,
that's my whole. If you did wrong, just stand up, say, "I did this." It's better to be honest about it than them to dig and find out and you leave, because then it's going to be just like Tennessee with Lane Kiffin. He bolted to go to USC. He left them people with a sour taste in their mouth, just like Jim Harbaugh's left Michigan. Now your coach is paying for his sins, which he had nothing to do
But
because
it's
he
what
was
people
not in
do.
control.
It's what people do. They move on.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is don't. If you did nothing wrong, then stay.
How
Prove
do
you
you Well, you're bringing up the fact that okay, you're already calling him a guilty conscience going up to the last couple of seasons, man. What if he's not a guilty conscience? What if the Chargers have gave him a bigger, better contract, and
What
he
if
and
they just had a
found his
better
way
job
back into
opportunity,
the
David?
NFL, do a
But
better
it's
job,
What if
not
he's
better
just trying to
taxes?
better himself and his family with a better job?
Right?
all right.
Why are you
Let me
throwing him
ask
under the bus
you
for the last 3 years of accusations?
Why does it always got to be personal?
it's not
Yeah,
personal,
you
but
Why
attack
what
a
you're
can't it
team,
just
saying
my
is
be
man.
funny?
let's let's look at it. If you're not guilty, if you did nothing wrong, then
well,
why bolt like you
well,
did to
why
make it look like it is?
he accepted the
He
Chargers
didn't make himself look
job
like anything. They
before
just left. He went and took
before
another job.
he left for the Chargers job
Why?
before any of these allegations even started.
But then it makes it still just look bad.
So so you automatically assume Jim Harbaugh knew he did wrong and accepted that bigger, better job just because of it? Not the better pay, not the better insurance, not the better everything. Oh shit, it's about to
It
storm around.
looks
But
fishy's what I'm saying. Think about it for a minute. It looks fishy.
how does it look fishy?
Well, why do you bolt before accusations and then now you're being silent about it? You're not damage control. You're not
You never
standing up
talk about
saying.
legality. You always remain silent. That's what they tell you to do.
Right.
But if you did no wrong, come out and stand up like a man and say, "Hey,
Being wrong all the time and remain silent.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a bigger, better
y'all
job. He's taking care of his
prove that
family. He's
wrong."
competing with his brother in the NFL once again in the
He just
same.
doesn't. Why would he want to talk about it? Why would he want to bring that up? That's a negative. That's only going to bring negative on him. Why would he
Yeah,
bring? Why
it's
would
going to
he?
bring negative news to the Chargers. And why does he want to bring
It's
that
only
to a
bring
team
negative.
he's trying to turn around to compete with his
It's
brother?
common sense, Gator.
It's not common sense. Get out in front of it, do damage control, and maintain your innocence, and
But
say you had nothing to do with it.
he didn't have to prove anything. He didn't do anything wrong.
Were you there?
No, but that's what he's saying. So that's how he's acting.
Okay, well then damage control and prove you did no wrongs. What I'm saying.
All right.
It's just like saying it's
I
better
hear
to be
you,
judged.
but he doesn't have to.
I hear
Is
you
what I'm
too,
saying.
but man, honestly, do you know if he did any damage control or not?
Everything I've seen on it, he's maintained his silence. He won't talk about it. It goes back to the saying, better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Well,
Okay.
can we leave this here? I got something I wanted to bring up and talk about also. I also wanted to bring up something about college baseball. In case you guys had forgotten, back in 2010 and 2011, it
Oh,
was a
yeah.
special season. Yeah, my senior year. But it was a special season that year for college baseball, and it was 2010 was the famous Rosenblatt Stadium where they play the College World Series. It was this last year before they built this new and improved whole facility for the College World Series now. That's absolutely gorgeous. But wanted to talk about South Carolina, the national championship. On the road to the national championship, they had this young man. His name was Baylor Teal, and he was a young kid, 7 years old. He was a huge Gamecock fan, loved them more than anything in the world. His dad was a Gamecock. His mom was a Gamecock. They met at South Carolina. His brother and him went to the games often, and they had developed a relationship with this baseball team. And when he got diagnosed with cancer, a terminal cancer that was a rare cancer for children, uh, the news got to the baseball team, and when the coach broke it to these 21-year-old and 19-year-old boys, they could see nothing but tears running down their cheeks.
Yeah.
That's how much this little boy meant to this baseball team. And so, they said when he was diagnosed, we're going to win it for Baylor. And they put a B and a T on their hat and did it, especially for this little boy. So he goes to
Wow.
the hospital. All right. And the team starts off and they're on their way to the World Series, right? They're in the regionals and they're playing against Oklahoma. Oklahoma was favorite. Oklahoma actually takes them 2 extra innings. It's extra inning time. They're looking at elimination here. They don't win, they're out. They absolutely have their best batter coming up, and he absolutely was. Whit Merrifield was his name. Yeah, Whit Merrifield was the guy's name. He came up to bat and absolutely said this, and it absolutely touches my heart every time I even think about it. He said he went up to bat and hit this walk-off home run to beat Oklahoma, to send them for the next opportunity to play Clemson, who was the heavy favorite again, their rival, obviously. But
Oh,
to beat Oklahoma and to play Clemson, Baylor was in the hospital and had actually taken his last breath when he hit that walk-off home run.
oh
And
wow.
so he said he tells the story that he felt his hands around his, and it was a special moment. They gave the gloves and the helmet and all that to the parents, and gave it actually to his brother. But next game was special as well. Went to Clemson or played it. They're in Omaha now. They're in the big time now. This is the World Series. They're in the show, and so they're playing Clemson, and this is the semifinals. Clemson they had to beat twice because South Carolina had already lost one time. Clemson hadn't, and Clemson was the higher favorite. They not only beat Clemson that first game, they smashed them 7-3. Smashed them. Jackie Bradley Jr. was on this team. If you know anything about Jackie Bradley Jr., he played for the Red Sox. I saw him play for Paul Tuckett in Charlotte. Great ball player. He ended up playing for the Red Sox and several other major league teams. But anyway, Jackie Bradley Jr. was on the team. Jackie Bradley Jr. in that second game against Clemson walks it off. And they had this stick that they had taped a baseball to. And it was kind of like a scene from Avatar where they were sitting around this stick and like woo, being silly and doing this celebration to try to make themselves kind of a rain dance to get home runs and walk off and do kind of a special thing to get something going, to get a rally going there in the dugout. And so they had this spirit stick. And this spirit stick, as they kept walking off these games, as spirit stick, the legend kept growing and kept growing. They put Baylor's name on the spirit stick. But after they beat Clemson that second time, Jackie Bradley Jr. walked it off to beat them. They go to the finals to play UCLA and Clayton Kershaw. And if anybody knows baseball, they know Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher in it. So Clayton Kershaw was at UCLA at this time, their ace. And they go on to beat Kershaw 7-2 is when he pitched. Beat him that game one. And they said, we knew when we beat Kershaw, they weren't beating us that last game. And so South Carolina goes into that last game. And again, our old friend Whit Merrifield walks it off, an absolutely tearjerker. They had the fans there. They had Baylor's fans all there behind the dugout. They had a sign put up in the or in their dugout. It was a poster, had a picture of Baylor, had a picture of him in the hospital, and it said, "I never gave up." It makes me emotional every time because
Well,
that's what sports is all about. That's what it's about. It's bigger than you. Sometimes it's bigger than you. You're playing for something bigger than you, and you
trust me,
never even know.
I understand that. I mean, there was a video. I mean, you got to look for it nowadays, but there was a guy um that got selected for the NBA draft, and he got a terminally ill disease, and before he could make any kind of pick for a new team. And the reason why I want sunglasses is because I don't want to cry on camera. I'm not a man like Bull over there or Gator.
I had to. That one was
Um,
tough.
uh, but he was the number one overall selection by the great team and the great community of the NBA. He got to walk across that stage as the unofficial number one pick. He got to live out his dream. 3 years later, I cannot remember that man's name. 3 years later, he passed away. But I can't literally watch videos like that. I really can't
Nah,
because
yeah. Well,
sports is bigger than all three of us, man. Sports is a
yeah.
community. Sports is life to most of
Well,
us. I know sports is life for the three of us, but it's beyond life. Sports
Right.
is a great thing. It brings communities together. I mean, I,
But
I I'm so unhappy that Charlotte only won a summer championship because you guys need to experience what that feels like. I've experienced it way back when with the Detroit Red Wings as a child. I've experienced that kind of, bring that home champ. And you guys need to experience it because it's unlike anything that you will ever feel in your fucking life. And
I've experienced.
it's it's and it means so much more. Uh,
Well, to finish what I was saying, man, I was talking about the
or, or
South Carolina team. They ended up going back in 11 and not only winning in 2010 after they finished that second game against UCLA, they went back in 11 and won the opening year of the new stadium. And so they said, you're only as good as if you can defend your title. So their coach took them back, and most of them were back from the year before. They brought the whole squad back, and they went back and did it again. So that was special. And again, they used Baylor as an inspiration for that game. But absolutely tearjerker story. That was a documentary on ESPN on SEC special. So I saw that, and I absolutely wanted to share that on the show because that one, if you don't feel that one, you don't have a soul, buddy. But also, I want to talk about some more serious note to wrap it up here. You guys asked me a question last week, and I've been thinking about it. Gator asked, "What is our top
Hold on
five
a minute.
favorite college intros?"
Do you even know who the coach was for 2010, 2011?
Who the
who?
coach was for South Carolina?
Yep.
No, not off the top of my head without looking.
Ray Tanner. Do you know where he came to South Carolina from?
No.
NC State.
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
He was the NC State baseball coach back when Brent Butler was at Scotland High School playing baseball, and he went up there to see state to go to state to play ball. And Ray Tanner was the head coach there, and he got his start at a little small high school in North Carolina. I can't remember the name of it, but he went to state. He stayed there for a couple of years, and then he went to South Carolina, and that's where he found success. Then he became the AD, and then he moved from the AD position to right up under the chancellor of the college, and now he's retiring because a
Well,
lot of Scotland High baseball players started going to South Carolina because of Ray Tanner.
he was a good man, but I will say that was a special thing to learn about. That was a special team, special season. And you ask those guys, any of them to this day, a lot of them played, majors or minors, but you ask them to this day, and they say they never win that national championship in 2010 without Baylor Tanner. They say that boy did the miracle for them. He got them through. So, but anyway, I've got my phone's dying, guys. We've got to start wrapping up. I've got to discuss my top five favorite college football intros, and that'll be probably it for me for the night. So I don't know where Hawk went. He probably went to wipe his tears because he can't hold it in like a man.
No, I heard running water, bitch. I wanted to make sure it was outside, not inside. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
just
go
picking
ahead,
with you.
George
I'm
and,
Hawk.
picking with you,
and
guys.
grab one of my handy dandy non-alcoholic beers.
I'm
Well,
picking with
y'all
you, but
get
I would like to know y'all's top five college football intros.
well. You started off Hawk, and then I'll wind it out.
All right. Are we including stadiums?
No,
I
you
mean,
just started.
stadium slash intros, it's the same thing.
All right, then. Of course, I got to mention the Big House. That is my number five. The Big House, University of Michigan. Number four, Florida State Seminoles. Is
You can have honorable mentions, though.
I'm probably not going to be able to do it because I don't know college like y'all.
I've got two honorable mentions.
Florida State Seminoles, especially when they throw the shit into the dirt. If
At
they
number
throw the,
three,
my number three, I want to go LSU. Um, Number two, Notre Dame. Notre Dame
really?
usually does pretty damn good with their orchestra. Um, and my number one, I gotta say, lets me know that it's game time when I hear this music every single college football Saturday is USC, University of Southern California. When I hear their music,
Yeah, I love
I
you.
know, like that's what I know. I feel that kind of in my blood,
Dun, dun,
and
dun, dun, dun,
I just
dun, dun,
know,
dun, dun, dun,
I
dun, dun,
know
dun, dun,
shit's gonna
dun, dun,
happen
dun.
around the league. So that's my top five.
All right, what you got, Bull?
All right. Coming in at number five, but these are all based off of interests alone, not
Hold on, can
stadiums.
I rebuttal? I want to
This is
replace.
strictly
I
this is
want to replace
strictly the hype.
LSU and Seminoles. If they throw the spear in the dirt, LSU and Seminoles switch. But go ahead, Bull. Sorry.
This is the hypest, and this is what's the coolest to me. All right, number five, Miami, the smoke coming out of that smoke tunnel. That's
Ooh.
badass in Miami. That's hype. Every Miami player
Oh,
said that's a hype one. Number four, Bevo, the bull at Texas, the Longhorn, coming out with the Longhorn every game. Bevo and the Cannons,
does this
and
have
Virginia,
anything to do with you being called the Bull?
the bull. Hey, the Bevo, the bull. Number four. Number four, I love you, Bull. And number three, Virginia Tech, Inner Sandman. You got to have that place rocking on a college Saturday night. And then number two, FSU, Fear the Spear. You got number one. You got to go with the classic hill at Clemson. Running down the hill. Don't touch my rock. Clemson running down the hill. But two honorable mentions here. Number one, my USC Trojans in the Coliseum, having fireworks going off from the Coliseum and having the torch lit. That's an absolute awesome thing at USC. And then my other one is South Carolina. They have a hype intro if they're playing Saturday nights. And that is it for me. I will say again, Miami, Texas, Virginia Tech, FSU, and Clemson, with South Carolina and USC as my honorable mentions.
All right, here's my honorable mentions. I'm gonna start with them. The
I'm
smoke in my
The smoke.
that's an honorable mention. I put Notre Dame down as an honorable mention because you just got to watch them touch the sun, but it's not that iconic. I mean, you just watch Notre
I
Dame
don't
to
think
watch
it's
them
that
touch.
cool either. I think it's just
I mean,
tradition.
I just like to see, you got to touch the sun on Saturday. Play like a champ today.
Play like a champion today. Cool.
dude.
Yeah, but you got
Bull, you did that on
that,
game day. Don't lie. Walking out of that tunnel,
that,
you
that
got that.
start. That's
Don't
the
lie.
day that Rockney started way back in the day when it was win one for the Gipper. Newt Rockney started touch the sign, so it's legendary because of Newt Rockney. You got to just think about it. And
Okay.
then I had to put Bama/Auburn because you got Bama going Rammer, Jammer, Yellow Hammer, give them hell, Alabama. And then when they go to Jordan Hare, it's Rammer, Jammer, Yellow Hammer, War Eagle, and they release the eagle to fly across the stadium.
Don't
So
give
it's
piss
kind of
about
like
nothing
they're,
but the tide.
huh?
I said, don't give a piss about nothing but the tide.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Both of those, I mean, like they're both, it's the same chant. You just change, give them hell, Alabama to War Eagle. But number five, I'm probably going to puke when I say this. But Neyland Stadium on a Saturday night when they start the Wish that I was on no rocky top. And they run the T.
I'm drinking because of that
I mean,
choice. I'm just saying.
I thought
well, I
about
mean,
West Virginia because they do that West Virginia Mountain Mama.
taking home country roads. Yeah, I mean that could
Yeah,
be an honorable mention, but SEC country running the T is so iconic when the players come out after they start the Rocky Top.
I'm a little
that's kinda like
disappointed.
Notre Dame. That's like Notre Dame. That ain't cool. That's just traditional.
I mean,
It's
I see
still a
that.
great intro for the SEC.
Thinking cool stuff.
Nah, running the T is pretty awesome. If you've never seen it, it's iconic to see it in person, especially when they do the spooky version for Halloween.
Yeah,
They make that a night game and the lights, and then they slow it down. Number 4, Howard's Rock running the hill.
the Hill,
Oh
And
fuck. Yeah.
my
number
number
three,
one.
number 3 is the war chant at FSU because just the tomahawks chopping. The only time it's
The
really
what?
in
The what? The what?
the tomahawks.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time that it really gets into it is when Chief Oscala gets off the horse and he plants the spear, but it's still an iconic intro.
Yeah, my
Number
people.
2 was Enter Sandman at Vol. I mean, that is just so iconic to watch all
Virginia
of them
Tech.
jumping around in the stands. I did not mention Wisconsin jump around because to me, jump around is always the start of Carolina basketball at the Dean Dome. I don't equate it to. I forgot one more honorable mention. It's not an intro, but
You had your
Iowa when they
two.
do the.
You had three actually, I
Uh,
think.
I had 3 honorable mentions, but it's not an intro. But I want to throw it in here as an honorable mention. It's when the Iowa Hawkeyes do the wave to the Children's
To the
Hospital.
Children's Hospital.
I mean that's
Oh
it's not
yeah,
an
yeah.
intro, but it's
Okay,
at the start of the third
yeah.
quarter.
Yeah,
But my number
that's a
one,
cool thing.
No, that's number one in everybody's books right now. I
That's a
mean,
cool thing. I mean,
that
that's the
that.
coolest thing.
I mean,
That's cool. But the cool thing is they put those kids out there in those rooms right over the stadium so they can see. So,
yeah.
but guys, I am
That
losing batteries.
well, hold
that is
I
on,
a
I
gotta
really
didn't
cool
mention my
thing.
one.
go ahead. I didn't finish. I'm not done. I just said I'm losing battery.
Number 1 is 2001: A Space Odyssey. When they put Cocky in the cage, or they do the cockaboose and they roll the train out onto the field, and then Cocky comes up out of the train, or they put him in the cage and they're playing 2001. And after they drop the curtain down, then you go into the biggest thing ever. You start sandstorming. The pit's alive. The towels are waving.
It was like a
Willie
terrible
B comes
foul.
to life. I might be a Gator,
Sandstorm
but I
stuff.
still have
So
loyalty
you
to my
picked South Carolina number one.
South Carolina at number 1 just because of 2001.
I will say they have a pretty hype intro on a Saturday night game. That's why they were an honorable mention for me. But I wouldn't put them in my top 5.
So I'm the only
Nah,
one that
they're in the top.
I'm the only one that actually picked a stadium rather than an intro or anything. Can you
Oh
believe
man, if
that,
you want to,
viewers? Can you believe
the
that?
number the number 1 stadium in college football is there. There's only one place.
The
That's
big
Ben Hill. That's the Swamp. Only
wow.
Gators get out.
Oh no, no.
Nah,
Fuck
the
you.
best
Fuck
stadium in
you.
college football is the Rose Bowl.
Nah,
Rose
Big.
Bowl. I would love to go to the Rose Bowl. Go see the Rose Parade, then go to the game. That'd be fun.
the
Um,
only thing about if you're gonna say that, that should be the national championship every year because it's the oldest
Should
stadium.
be.
It's the oldest stadium. I mean, but it's not.
yes.
It's iconic. But I
Yeah.
mean, everybody. I mean, let's start a war here. Everybody that watches this video, name the best stadium in college football,
What's
and
your favorite stadium? Yeah.
we
What's
will
your
name the top 5 that get the most votes. And we'll all pick a stadium. Rose Bowl's out because everybody knows the Rose Bowl, whether you watch college football or not. I'm going with the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffith Stadium, Spurrier Field. That's the best stadium in college football. Bull, what you got? And we'll see who the most votes are for it, and then we'll tally up and see who they line with.
My favorite's either the Coliseum or the Rose Bowl. I told you the LA Coliseum's
I
classic.
said you can't say the Rose Bowl. You got to pick
LA
something.
Coliseum then.
What you got, Hawk?
Since we have a lot of people skipping over our videos, let me start by saying that I am joking when I say this, but I will personally cash app everybody $1 that says the big house in Michigan. And we'll see how many people skip over this video. So gotcha. I don't want to hear it. Gotcha. You watch this video, you leave a comment for us. Let us know what is the best stadium. If you say a big house, I may or may not send you $1 on Cash App.
You fishing way too hard there, buddy.
It's the end of the video. I'm allowed to.
Well, guys, I am the Bull. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I appreciate all of you subscribing, liking, and commenting, those of you that have been, and I appreciate all of you that have been reviewing the videos. I personally wish you all the best and appreciate you watching Sports Madness TV with Gator and Hawk and them featuring me, and I appreciate being on always.
We appreciate you being on, Bull, like always, man. You bring a good insight. I hope you take care for the night.
Don't go play with Bevo now. We know how you like them bull testicles.
Yeah.
Go Broncos! Coming up on the season, and Bo Nix is looking better every week. We'll talk about it more next time.
If I find
You
out
play.
they're taking another shower, I'm going to be very suspicious. All right?
It's Bo time. I'm the
Yeah. Have a good night, my man. So,
Bojangles for another 2 hours.
anything
Everybody,
else you
been real.
One more
Please
thing I want
like,
to mention at the end of this video, my friend. Um, I recently bought some of this beef jerky from the store. Man, it says it's sweet and spicy, but man, I take a bite, and I taste no sweet. I taste no spicy. Let me know of a good retailer for anybody else that you may have in mind that I can get some good jerky from.
Dollar Jerky Club, man.
Oh,
Told
really?
you. I've been talking about the longest time. 6 to 8 bags of jerky, which I'm sorry, I've pretty much killed this box. But what I have left is gourmet beef jerky. This is spicy jalapeno, and this is original. But they throw you in about 6 to 8 bags or thick, and all you got to do. The biggest thing was they were doing bacon jerky. But if you can see, they're on TikTok, dollarjerkyclub.com, Instagram, dollarjerkyclub.com, Facebook, dollarjerkyclub.com.
And
Send them
yeah,
an
I
email.
know. I know Gator ate most of it, but they have some amazing flavors from what Gator told me, including some of my favorites like a spicy habanero beef jerky that he told me was pretty good, and even some turkey bites even, which I don't know, he might need
The
to
one that I the one last episode I had was this Korean barbecue beef jerky. It was actually pretty good.
That's
But
pretty good.
in previous other boxes, they had Righteous Fellow Craft Jerky, Maryland Monroe. It was actually pretty good. Check them out. The guy Archer, me and him, I've known him. I watched a couple of his lives. If you can catch him when he's doing angling, he actually ties real live fishing jigs and gives you the opportunity to win them if you're liking and following him on his video.
Nice. He's a
But if you do
fisherman
go to
too.
Dollar
Here's
Jerky
to
Club,
you, my man.
if you go on live when he's on TikTok or you send him a message, tell him that Sports Madness TV, Gator and Hawk sent you, and
Or
let him know you heard about him from us.
we appreciate everybody for your time for this video. We thank you. And I hope you have a good night or a good morning or a great evening. You take care, my friends.
So long, Hawk. Thanks to everybody. Remember, please like, subscribe, follow, comment. Tell us what you'd like us to talk about. Engage. We will be more than happy to discuss what topic you would like and hopefully
And,
to get some better insight in it.
and I do
But
have to
like I
say,
said, I am
I will send $1 to the first 5 people that say the big house. Just saying. I got to get my credit in somewhere. But here's the Dollar Turkey Club. Here's the Bull. Here's to you, my man. I hope you have a great night.
you too, Hawk. So long, everybody.
Later.